Namaskaram. I pay my solemn obeisance to all the viewers and listeners. Dear viewers, today we are going to discuss on Old Testament, and the book is Genesis, and the chapter is 15th. So, in the Bible, we have seen that there are many anti-scientific statements and incidents are mentioned, but people still believe in the book. They keep aside their common intellect because of the fanaticism. But for those who have eyes of knowledge, they could see the reality behind these statements. So let us discuss. There are only 2-3 verses which are to be seen in that perspective. So the chapter 15 reads, "After these things, the word of the Lord came unto Abram in a vision, saying, Fear not, Abram, I am thy shield and thy exceeding great reward." Now the question is, if the Lord God has created all, then who else is the shield of others? Means other creatures, other organisms, other men. So God is assuring Abraham that he should not fear. But why God is not assuring all other people? Why God is only coming into the vision of Abraham? Why not others? What others has done? What is their fault? Why this partiality? So the concept of creation and creator, this is the problem. There are many questions which they, means the followers, can't reply in a satisfactory manner. In Sanatana Dharma, it is said that no one is created. This is not a creation, but this exists forever, from ever, since ever. Only the transformation is going on, and this is the basic nature of this existence that it is transforming. This is what Vedas says. Etat uttamam satyam yatra kinchit na jayate. This is said in Upanishad of Sanatana Dharma that it is the real truth. It is the ultimate truth that no one has been created. Nothing has been created. All is eternal. This changing world is eternal in the sense of changing. Means this change would continue forever. And it is the property which it is inheriting since infinity, since infinite times. So there is no time limit, eternity, since eternity. So the change is eternity and the changeless state, which is called Chetana, somewhere related to superconsciousness. Chetana, that is also eternal and that is unchanging. So this is what Sanatana Dharma has said, and that is more logical. And here, so the Lord God is also anxious about his child Abraham. So his creation, if not child, is creation. Whatever you can say, child or creation. And Abraham said, but Abraham is complaining. What? Lord God. This is the second verse. And Abraham said, Lord God, what wilt thou give me, seeing I go childless? And the steward of my house is this Eliezer of Damascus. So Abraham is complaining that he is childless and he want an issue, and for this God should think over it. And God had given him assurance, and there is covenant. In the 18th verse, we could see that it is written, in the same day the Lord made a covenant with Abraham, saying, unto thy seed have I given this land from the river of Egypt unto the great river, the river of Euphrates. Then the 19th verse, the Kenites and the Kenizzites and the Kedemonites, and the 20th verse, and the Hittites and the Perizzites and the Rephaims, and the 21st verse, and the Amorites and the Canaanites and the Girgasites and the Jebusites. So these things as mentioned that God had given assurance to Abraham. He promised him that a seed would be given to you. An issue would be given to you. Don't worry. And he would have the influence in so many areas. And your seed would be born in a stranger land. And this is written in the 13th verse. And he said unto Abraham, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, that will be not your land, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. So God has given assurance that your seed would be born in a stranger land, it would not be yours, and they would afflict him. So they are talking, means this Lord God and Abraham, they are talking in such a sense that that Lord God is in the form of human, and they are in continuous talking as if that Lord God has no other work to do, and he is very much anxious about his issue. What about others? Who would think about others? Why there is no mentioning of all other persons visualizing God? All persons should have that ability, because all are human. So why there is not justice for them? So this is a question left for the biblical scholars to answer. Oh.